Is letting your little girl watch Disney princess movies really benefiting them or sending them all the wrong messages? Every little girl's dream is to be just like a princess and to someday find her Prince Charming. But in these movies, there's a deeper message being sent to these young girls, and it is not a very respectable one. One Disney princess who I have an issue with is Ariel from the movie The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid sends a message to young girls that it is okay to change who you are and give up everything for a man you think you may have fallen in love with. Ariel's actions paint this picture for them because she gives up her exquisite singing voice, transforms into a human instead of being a mermaid, and leaves her beloved family and friends behind to live her life happily ever after. First, for those who may not be into the whole Disney craze, The Little Mermaid is about a young princess Ariel who lives in the sea. Ariel is a mermaid who enjoys adventure and going in her own direction in life. However, she goes about this in the wrong way by disobeying her father, King Trident, and swims to the surface to get a view of humans and life above water. While Ariel is on her dangerous adventure, she spots a ship, and on the ship is none other than Prince Eric. After Ariel sees Eric, she believes she is in love with him and will risk everything to get what she wants. Ariel makes a deal with Ursula, the sea witch, which even after her father forbids her to never return to the surface. In the end, Ariel gets the man of her dreams, and we assume they live happily ever after. This may seem like a harmless movie. Come on, it's a child's movie. But to prove otherwise, let's discuss how Ariel's actions verify this argument to be spot on. For starters, the Little Mermaid Ariel goes to extreme lengths to get her prince. Ariel believes she is grown at 16 years old, so she goes off to see the sea witch Ursula, even though she knows that it is a horrendous idea. She knows Ursula is no good, but she goes to her anyway, thinking she will give her the answers and help she needs to be with Prince Eric. On her way to Ursula's house, or should be called a dungeon, because it appears to be very dark and dangerous on the outside and looks somewhat evil, Ariel enters a dragon's mouth and can see the souls of lost mermaids who had made a deal with Ursula and did not complete in time are now shriveled up beings, unable to speak or even move from her lair. They are now nothing more than her little puppets. Although Ariel seems hesitant, she still continues on and doesn't even question why she is going to help her and why she has these lost souls in her home. Ariel agrees to Ursula's contract that she will lose her voice for the chance to acquire Eric. She must get Eric to fall in love with her, sealed with a kiss to break the curse. Ariel has an amazing voice. She can sing and enjoys doing it. Having a great singing voice can definitely take you places. So why is it an okay message to be sending to the children? This is saying that even though you have something special, it's okay to give it up for a man you don't even know. Clearly, Ariel did not think this through. She gave up her priceless voice for a man she hasn't even met, whom she has only had a glimpse of. In this message that we are sending our daughters that it is okay to give up everything for a man. This message is okay because what is life in a Disney tale without a man? Absolutely nothing. Secondly, Ariel is a mermaid. Her life is under the sea with King Trident, her sisters, and of course her friends who are always there for her, even when she causes mischief and doesn't think her actions through. They never leave her side. Ariel has this great life as a mermaid, but she gives up her mermaid tail and changes to have land legs. Ariel couldn't walk right at first, and on land she has nobody to protect her. Her family and friends are all under the sea. This is telling our daughters that it is okay to give up everything you love for a man and sets up false hopes. Yes, we all want to live happily ever after, but is this always the case? No. The United States has a very high divorce rate, so why send a message to our daughters that this fairy tale love is real? They should know that yes, love is real, but true love takes dedication and hard work to be successful. Not one glance and you marry them, give up what you know and hope for the best. Also, Ariel continuously disobeys her father, King Trident, throughout the entire movie. In the beginning, Ariel was supposed to be in a musical show for the kingdom, but she didn't show up, which made her father furious. Ariel instead was roaming around the deep sea in an abandoned ship looking for human items. King Trident has warned Ariel of the dangers of coming to the surface. She is a mermaid and humans would love to capture one because they do not believe they are real, as it shows when Eric's friends are on the ship speaking of them. Ariel also keeps a sight for her treasures full of human items she has found over the years. King Trident has no idea of these treasures, and when he finds out about them, he loses control and destroys all of it. Some may say King China overreacted. However, his daughter has put herself into serious jeopardy, and she doesn't even seem to care one bit. Let's not forget she is only 16. Would you let your daughter explore the depths of the ocean and run off to be married at that age? Although there may be some people who believe I have looked too far into this idea that Disney is sending bad messages to children, and may argue that Disney princesses are superb role models for the younger generation of our daughters, there is one particular person who I think would argue against me, and that would be Antonia Peacock, the author of Family Guy and Floyd, and the relation to the unconscious. Her article is about how Family Guy has a deeper meaning, where the satire in the series merely reviews how citizens act in everyday life, practically about social issues. Peacock states, I found myself crafting a more positive view of Family Guy. The reason why I believe Peacock would disagree with me is because she took Family Guy and turned it into something positive. Therefore, she would most likely do the same thing with The Little Mermaid. She could argue that Ariel is simply mocking how teenagers can be rebellious, but that she is only teaching young girls how to follow their dreams and never let anyone come in between of what she really wants. Although I'm sure many people would agree with this argument, it doesn't justify the fact that Ariel basically gives up her own identity and takes on Eric's. She was a mermaid made into a human. However, there are some who I believe would have to agree with the argument. One would be Mark Dolliver, author of The Bad Influence. One remark that was made in his article stood out to me, and that was, if a person harmed children in all the ways that television does, according to parents, he'd end up in jail for life. This is stated due to reviewing on how parents believe television is bad for children, because many will act out what they are viewing, whether it be changing their looks or mimicking specific behaviors. Dolliver's study is why I believe he would agree with the argument that The Little Mermaid is sending our young girls the wrong messages. They need to learn how to be themselves, not how to change who they are for someone else. In conclusion, The Little Mermaid may seem non-toxic to young viewers. It's just a cartoon meant for entertainment. But on the other hand, when digging into what it's really portraying, we see how Ariel sets our daughters up for failure by teaching them to change themselves and take on another person's identity, to leave behind what you have always known, because without a man, women are nothing, according to what these Disney princesses go through just to be with their prince.
Good job.